Someone's always gonna have some negativity to say about me. So all that matters is what I think about it.
The response from Lizzo was so disheartening. Did I, unfortunately, go to the bathroom on myself on stage because I was so terrified? Yes.
She actually balled up her fist like this to me. She started cracking her knuckles, and she was like, "You're so effing lucky that basically I'm not gonna hit you. The facts are the facts."
I shortly left after that. At that point, it wasn't even worth my job.
Lizzo is at the center of a bombshell lawsuit where her former backup dancers have accused her of racial and sexual harassment, along with creating a hostile work environment. The singer and her dance team captain, Shirline Quigley, are being sued along with Lizzo's production company, Big Girl Big Touring Inc.
You allege that Lizzo intended to hit you at one point after you resigned. Do you really think that she was going to resort or could resort to physical violence?
Yeah, I do. And I mean, the facts of that were that she actually balled up her fist like this to me. She started cracking her knuckles, and she was like, "You're so effing lucky that basically I'm not gonna hit you." I was in shock watching her do that and cracking her knuckles and acting as if she was gonna come at me. And for a second I was like, you know, I don't think she's gonna do that. Like, that's not what's gonna happen. But the fact that one of her dancers, all of us were present, all the dancers were present for mostly all of these allegations. And in that meeting that we had where she got physical and was about to assault me, her best friend, who's also one of the dancers, had to jump out of the couch and physically hold her back from coming and hitting me. So yes, I do believe that if she wasn't held back by that dancer, she would have hit me.
Lizzo is getting serious backlash, including being shaded by Beyoncé, losing nearly 500,000 Instagram followers, music festivals canceling her appearances, and people even boycotting her music. There's a lot to go over, so let's get into it. According to the lawsuit, Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez allege that they were subjected to wildly unprofessional behavior and inappropriate situations at the hands of Lizzo. The filing included several instances where the women felt like they were put in sexually charged situations and pressured into participating in lewd acts by Lizzo and her team. The plaintiff's attorney, Ron Zambrano, outlined the blatant hypocrisy of the About Damn Time singer in the official complaint, saying, "The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team treated their performers seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly." The lawsuit goes into detail about a time the dancers accompanied Lizzo to a club called Bannon Bar while touring in Amsterdam. While there, the women allege that they were exposed to unwanted explicit sex acts and were forced into touching nude stage performers. According to the complaint, Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers, vajayjay, and eating bananas protruding from the performer's vajayjay. It was then that Lizzo allegedly coaxed Davis to intimately fondle one of the female performers, despite saying that it was something she did not want to do. While uncomfortable with her surroundings, Davis complied with Lizzo's demands for fear of losing her job. The lawsuit also claims that Lizzo sexually harassed a male club security guard. The documents state that Lizzo badgered the security guard to get on the club stage until he submitted to her demands. From there, she continued to objectify him by yelling, "Take it off," while another performer pulled his pants down. The three former dancers have also accused Shirline Quigley of exhibiting a pattern of concerning behavior. The suit claims that Quigley openly shamed those who engaged in premarital sex while harassing a dance team member upon discovering that she was a virgin. Quigley is also accused of oversharing explicit details of her sex life. Lizzo, who has built the bulk of her career on promoting body positivity, is also accused of weight-shaming her dancers. The suit described a particular instance where Lizzo, along with Quigley, questioned Davis's commitment to the dance team while indirectly drawing attention to her recent weight gain. Lizzo and Miss Scott questioned whether Miss Davis was struggling with something, as she seemed less committed to her role on the dance cast. Lizzo and Miss Scott pressed Miss Davis for an explanation why she seemed less bubbly and vivacious than she did prior to the tour starting. In professional dance, a dancer's weight gain is often seen as that dancer getting lazy or worse off as a performer, the complaint said.
The response from Lizzo was so disheartening because she was there. She was there. And to fix your hand to write on a piece of paper that you discredit everything we're saying is incredibly frustrating. The facts are the facts, like Crystal said. Was I pressured to touch a new performer? Yes. Was I brought into a private meeting where I was kind of interrogated about my personal matters and ended up having to share very personal things about myself regarding my weight? Yes. The list goes on. Were we pressured to do an excruciatingly long rehearsal that turned into a re-audition for the job that we already booked? Because apparently we weren't doing good enough. Yes, that is true. Excruciatingly long re-audition process. Was I under the impression that if I left the stage, I would be fired? Yes. Did I, unfortunately, go to the bathroom on myself on stage because I was so terrified? Yes.
The accusations continued to pile up as Lizzo and her production company were further accused of racial harassment. The three women alleged that Lizzo and her management treated the black members of the dance team differently than other members. The former dancers and their attorney expressed how toxic it was working for Lizzo, saying, "The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team treated their performers seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly, while privately she weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal, but absolutely demoralizing." In the days since the shocking suit has been filed, Lizzo has released an unapologetic statement to social media where she maintains her innocence. Lizzo slammed the accusations against her, referring to them as outrageous. In her Notes app-style Instagram post, Lizzo had a lot to say about the claims made by her ex-employees. "These last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing," she wrote. "My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized." She continued by saying, "It's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team," before adding, "I also know that I am not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be these last few days." Lizzo defended her alleged actions by noting that she is very open with her sexuality. She also scoffed at the notion that she weight-shamed her former dancers by saying, "I know what it feels like to be body-shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight." Lizzo's accusers were certainly unamused and unimpressed by her lack of accountability.
I want to say that reading it just kind of furthered my disappointment in regards to the situation, just because the facts are the facts. What we experienced and what we witnessed is absolutely what happened. There's nothing sensationalized about it. So all that I can hope is that people focus more so on the facts rather than the court of public opinion.
Williams believes that Lizzo's response was equivalent to gaslighting herself and the other two dancers. In an interview with ET, Williams said, "She never acknowledged any of the claims that we have brought forward to the table. And so for it to be met with that, it just kind of solidifies the pattern that every time we bring up an issue, every time we advocate for ourselves, every time we speak up for ourselves, we're met with retaliation."
In a court of law, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, I don't know anything, but I know that if you ask someone to tell the truth, these things will come out of her mouth. If you have to say yes or no to these questions, she has to say yes because they are true. There was multiple witnesses, and I don't appreciate the discredit of our feelings and our experiences and our trauma.
Others have since come out to corroborate claims that Lizzo is a different person behind closed doors. Director Sophia Nolly Allison has come out in support of the ex-dancers by revealing that she quit working on her Love Lizzo documentary after only 2 weeks. She also attested that Lizzo fosters an extremely toxic and hostile work environment while labeling her a narcissistic bully. While all of that is troubling enough, even Beyoncé had attempted to distance herself from the drama surrounding Lizzo by notably refraining from mentioning Lizzo by name during several recent performances of Break My Soul. However, Beyoncé seemingly changed her mind. Several performances later, Beyoncé included Lizzo in the lyrics, but mysteriously left out Erykah Badu's name from the track. Soon after, Jay-Z followed in his wife's footsteps, canceling Lizzo's performance at his Made in America music festival. Organizers of the event said the headliner was canceled. Quote, "Due to severe circumstances outside of production control, the 2023 Made in America festival will no longer be taking place." Continuing, "This decision has been difficult and has not been made lightly, nor without immense deliberation. All of this has only led to more speculations and criticism. The legal battle between Lizzo and her accusers is going to be a long process. Whatever the outcome may be, it's safe to assume that Lizzo's career will be and has already been significantly impacted by the mounting accusations against her." What are your thoughts about the accusations against Lizzo? Do you think her fans will continue to support her? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe. See you next time.